Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of VyTalks where words meet real life. I'm V, a 22-year-old student studying multimedia communications. And if I'm being completely honest with you and with myself, I still have some thought that, wait, people are actually listening to this? So today I want to talk about something that helped me in many tough moments, like when I was stressed doing internships, nervous before a presentation, and lost at networking events. It's that 5-word phrase that you have heard a million times. Fake it till you make it. I know that you might be thinking, it sounds shady, doesn't it? And a little dishonest, like a permission slip to be a fraud. And for a long time, I thought so too. But stick with me, because I believe that behind this misunderstood phrase lies a powerful truth about courage and about the brave act of stepping into the shoes of the person you want to become, and especially when you feel like you're not quite there yet. So let's get one thing straight. Right from the top, this is not about lying. This is not a guide to fooling people. I'm not suggesting you pad your resume with skills you don't have or claim expertise in a field that you never studied. That's not faking it. That's setting yourself up to a spectacular fall. The faking we're talking about today is much more internal. It's not about pretending you know it all. It's about choosing to stand tall. It simply means that acting with your courage before you feel courageous. Carrying yourself like you belong even when your heart is doing a drum solo against your ribs. And most importantly, it's about rehearsing the behaviors of your future self until that rehearsal becomes your reality. Think of it like this. It's like getting a pair of shoes that are just a little too big for you, and at first you feel awkward. You might stumble and you're acutely aware of the extra space. But the more you walk in them, the more they break in, the more your feet grow to fill them. And one day you slip them on and it just fits perfectly. You're not thinking about the shoes anymore. You're just walking. And that's the journey from faking it to making it. And to make it real, let me take you back to my first major presentation at my university. The air in the room was thick, and it was packed with sharp, confident classmates, the kind who always seems to have the right answer. And I had to pitch a full communication strategy. And as I stood there, waiting for my turn, my notes felt like a foreign languages in my hands, and my internal monologue was on the loop. I don't belong here. My ideas were basic. I'm going to mess up, and everyone is going to see right through me. And have you ever felt like that? And that cold, sinking feeling that you're an imposter. And at any moment, someone going to tap on your shoulder and say, "Oh, excuse me, I think you're in the wrong room." Well, in that moment, something had to give. I took a deep breath, shaky breath. The phrase popped into my head. I make a choice. I walked to the front of the room. I planted my feet firmly, pulled my shoulder back, and looked out at the faces in the room. I smiled. It was probably a warpy smile, but it was a smile. I delivered my speech, not as terrified student I was, but capable communicator I was so desperately wanted to be. And the wildest things happened. After class, someone came up and said, "Wow, you were so confident up there." And inside, my little voice screamed, "If only you knew." But another quieter voice whispered back, "See? You survived." That was a light bulb moment. The real victory wasn't their applause. It was the quiet realization I could walk through fire and not turn to ash. I could face my fear and not fall apart. I realized that confidence isn't always a feeling you have. Sometimes it is a decision you make, an action you take. And what I felt in that moment, it turns out it's not magic. It's science. Your body can literally change your mind And you likely heard of power poses. Standing like Superman can actually decrease stress hormones and increase confidence, and it's called embodied cognition. Then there's cognitive dissonance. Our brains hate being hypocrites. Imagine your brain is a meticulous librarian. If you hold a belief, I'm terrified, but you're performing the action, I am speak calmly. The librarian of your head freaks out. To fix it, your brain often finds it easier to change your belief. It starts to rationalize. Well, maybe I'm not that scared. Maybe I've got this. And finally, there's neuroplasticity. Your brain isn't fixed. Every time you do something new and challenging, you carve a new neural pathway. The first time is like hacking through a thick jungle. But each time you repeat the action, that path gets wider, clearer, and easier to travel. The behavior that once felt like a performance becomes your new hardwired default. You're not just faking it anymore. You are literally becoming it. And maybe this is the quiet superpower no one talks about. That's your confidence doesn't have to arrive before you act. Sometimes it only arrives because you acted. You don't need to feel fearless to do brave things. You just need to move one step, one choice, one voice at a time. And every time you do, your brain records a win. Not a grand, cinematic victory, but a quiet, I did it. And over time, those quiet wins build a louder truth. Maybe I'm not faking it anymore. Maybe I'm actually becoming the person I once only imagined I could be. This mindset is a powerful tool, but also a sharp one. And if you're not careful, it can become a trap. The first trap is faking that you don't intend to learn. The confidence you fake must be paired with dedicated work behind the scenes. The faking opens the door. The hard work is what allows you to stay in the room. And the second trap is faking to impress, not to grow. If your goal is just to build a false persona for others, the entire exercise becomes a hollow performance. This is about building a better reality of yourself. And final and most dangerous trap, burnout. Constantly wearing a mask of confidence when you're crumbling inside carries a heavy emotional test. If you only fake it without ever doing to work to truly make it, you risk severe imposter syndrome, where even your real success feels like a fluke. So how do we walk on this line without falling? How we can wear a mask of courage but not lose ourselves? The answer is self-awareness. And you need an off switch. You must allow yourself to be vulnerable in a safe place. This is the place can be good friend. It can be a mentor. It can be a private journal. And it is a place where you can take off the mask. You can say, wow, today is scary. I am exhausted. Admitting the struggle does not make your success smaller. In fact, it makes your growth sustainable. This brings us to the most beautiful part of this whole idea. The phrase isn't fake it forever. It's fake it till you make it. That word, till, is everything. It implies a temporary state. It's a scaffold you use to construct a building. And once the building is stable, you take the scaffold down. And eventually, something magical happens. You practice speaking up in meetings, and one day, you realize you're not practicing anymore. You're just contributing. You walk into the rooms and acting like you belong, and one day you look around and realize you do belong. Your acting slowly fades away because the role you were playing has merged with who you are, and what left is just you, a new, more resilient you. You didn't fool the world. You gave yourself a runway to grow. And if you're listening to this and thinking, but V, I just don't feel ready, I want you to know that you are in a good company. Welcome to the club of being human. No one ever truly feels 100% ready. The secret is that the people who succeed aren't the ones who had no fear. They are the ones who feel the fear and move forward anyway. So here's my challenge for you. The next time when you walk into the room, a meeting, or a situation where you feel like you're shrinking, you want to pose, take a deep breath, straighten your back, lift your chin, and say to yourself, not as a lie, but as a promise, may not be there yet, but I'm already on my way. That not pretending, that's power. Thank you for spending your time with me today on VyTalks. If this episode resonated with you, please consider sharing it with your friends who you know is standing on the edge of something new, waiting for a sign. Maybe this is it. And always remember, fake it till you make it was never about being fake. It has always been about being brave. And until next time, keep learning, keep becoming.